we'll see you.
I'll see you
Let you know how
soon.
it goes.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
how you doing?
Tyler,
Hi,
great
Larry,
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Larry Birkhead. Tyler might recognize me from a situation with my ex-girlfriend, Anna Nicole Smith, that was in the news, but I'm gonna bank that Tyler doesn't have any idea who I am.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. This is beautiful. I had absolutely no idea who he was. I thought he was Keith Urban. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. I'm nervous, though.
That's okay, no problem.
I'm a little nervous because I've never done anything like this before. But, you know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because even though I'm not a believer, I'm open to it.
Have you
Okay.
brought any objects for me
I
to
did.
hold on to? Awesome. Well, hold on to that. And in the process of this, as I do this, I will probably bring through multiple people.
Okay. I have two people today that I want to connect with. Not a lot of closure was there in some of those deaths, and I thought if there's any time to maybe make that happen, then maybe that's today.
Okay. Immediately as I'm connecting and opening up, I have about 3 people that I think I'm going to probably bring forward. So I have a very insistent kind of like fatherly, patriarch like man that comes through within family that makes a connection. With this male, I feel like I have to highlight a feeling of like passing away more suddenly or more quickly, and I feel like my passing is not like supposed to happen when it does. That's strange. So there's a acknowledgement of not getting to the hospital, but I want to be at the hospital.
So the watch was my father's watch.
Oh, nice.
And he had knee surgery in the hospital, and they sent him home, and there was a question whether he really should have went home or not.
Right.
And he just passed suddenly. My dad passed away pretty suddenly, which was true, and that I missed hanging out at the lake with my dad and just spending time with him. And there was so much I really pictured my dad being able to do with my daughter, and since he passed so suddenly that he didn't get to do.
This energy of this younger woman is like almost insistent in the way this is coming through. There's an acknowledgement. I'm seeing a symbol of putting lipstick on a mirror, this is strange. It's a message in lipstick is the way this comes through, and it's a symbol, but it's coming through to kind of help convey this individual's personality. But I'm referencing to literally lipstick on a mirror.
You know, there's no way that he would have known that. Kind of blew me away that he knew.
I don't know what this is, but I'm seeing an image basically of like a big hat. And I need to highlight like this big old, like it's almost like a silly, how do I put this? It's a hat that we would wear almost like, this seems like in a special event, but they're very ornate in the way this comes across. It seems to have some form of a significance in a sentimental way. There is a sentimental significance on the month of May that I need to bring up. There's also a reference to Kentucky that I need to bring up as well, strangely. But I'm having to joke with you about Kentucky for some reason. I don't know, it's a state. I'm not sure why it's coming through in a funny way, but there's an acknowledgement of Kentucky, and then I'm seeing that.
Well, you've kind of hit a few different things. One was lipstick on a mirror, which is something that I used to always do. We used to write messages back and forth.
Right.
And I met my daughter's mother in the month of May in Kentucky.
Nice.
With a crazy hat on, like you mentioned, at the Kentucky Derby.
Ah, that's the thing.
In all honesty, I was really trying to throw Tyler off because I didn't really want to bring up Anna Nicole, and I didn't want to talk about it at first, and I wanted to see if he actually went there, but he was getting so much talk about Anna Nicole, not knowing it was her, and it was hard for me to even keep up. But it was so spot on in so many ways, and like the lipstick on the mirror, you know, some of the things that he talked about, no one really would know.
Your daughter's middle name, I feel like I have to highlight. The feeling that came through is I felt like I had a reference to middle name and then reference to switching the middle name.
My daughter was named after her brother who passed away, which a half-brother.
Right.
Which, at the last second, her name was changed.
Wow.
To honor her brother that passed.
Right, okay, that would make sense. Yeah, the number1 priority that seems to come through from everybody is just keeping your daughter safe, a pride about keeping your daughter safe. There's an acknowledgement of keeping daughter away from media. And an acknowledgement of this, I don't know why this comes through, but there is like an immense pride in like, thank you for keeping her safe.
It's such a hard job trying as a parent in the situation when her mother was so public and there was so much going on around her. And so to hear, you know, Tyler say that that was, has been a good thing and appreciated means a lot. This is the same person.
Okay.
Just
Yep. Nice.
didn't know if you didn't get something from
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I mean, the only way I can really describe it is this woman, she feels like on some level you kind of understood some of the parts of her that other people didn't. She really deeply shows this immense joy that you were raising her child. And that, I think, is just honestly the strongest message. One thing I want to communicate really clearly is the place that she had for you in her heart surpassed any other relationship she could have ever had, any other person that could have been in her life. There's an acknowledgement of like, no, you are the soulmate, regardless of any of the other people who try to step forward and act like they're my soulmate. She comes through and is like, no, that's not how this works. You are the one that has the connection to her and that she feels connected to. All of these other people are just extraneous. The way that this comes through is because of the nature of how abruptly and quickly she would have passed. She didn't really have the full opportunity to be able to obviously say everything that she wanted to say. When she comes through, she makes it a point for it to be known how much she loved you, and she chooses to really emphasize love, and she shows me a big heart. But she comes through with more appreciation on the other side than she even had in life, and that is immense because not only were you able to be there, you know, throughout life, she acknowledges now that she's gone, you've had to step in. And there's this feeling of an appreciation for a lot of that responsibility. I feel like I just have to keep providing reassurance. I know this sounds strange and I sound like a broken record, but you're doing everything right. Don't question that you're not doing everything right. Reading, sometimes I'll like provide random details, other times I'll feel a need to provide reassurance. And the way this kind of comes through, I feel like I need to provide the reassurance.
When Anna passed away, there was so much left unspoken. Like we had talked one day and she told me that she missed me. And she told me she loved me, and the next thing you know, I'm hearing on the news like everybody else that she passed away. But so many things that Tyler said allowed me to, you know, have that closure. Can I give you their name?
You sure can.
My daughter's mother is Anna Nicole Smith, the model that passed away. A lot of things that you hit on was from a lot of the story that happened.
People oftentimes assume that because I connect to people that I see what they look like in life, and it's actually oftentimes not the case at all. I just kind of go through like the little indications that I get, and I end up finding out it's like Anna Nicole Smith, and that's nuts, but that's so special.
I just didn't know if you can you get anything from this necklace that if you
Possibly. Yeah, I'll hold on to it.
and never take it off.
Oh, thank you. Very cool. Definitely still think I have Anna coming through, so there's randomly a reference of being with a little dog that I need to bring up. And there's a connection of like being together with this little dog, but this feels like an animal that would be like a child.
Her one pet was like her baby.
Oh, nice.
And we just found out he passed away today.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
bizarre. Because she comes through and acknowledges that she's with that dog that would be like the child.
The weird thing was we just found out today that her dog Sugar Pie passed away, and so that was kind of it was different because I sat back and I thought, there's no way he would have known that. This was mine, but she wore it, and I put hers up. But it was like always a symbol of, like when we would fight, she would take my necklace and we'd go back and forth, and then when she was photographed, she would be wearing it, and it was kind of her way. You know, she would let me know she was still thinking about me, but she wasn't able to like say it or. The necklace that I'm wearing has a special connection with me and Anna. So Tyler has to have a pretty big gift for me to take this necklace off. There's a lot of different things that were going on in her world throughout her life and also after her death. And so that, and her son passed away. 3 days after my daughter was born, he was visiting the hospital and he passed away. And then my father passed away. And so it was a lot in one time frame to deal with, but you just kind of, you know, just being a dad and doing everything myself, I just kind of had to keep going and keep doing it. And but there's a lot of things that, because everything happened so quick and so fast with all these people that we're talking about, that there's all these things that were just out there, you know, that you don't know how, you didn't have any closure for.
Right.
I think after all the situation that happened to me, I kind of like, I'm real hesitant around people. I don't go a lot of places, I don't do a lot of things, because I saw a different side of a lot of different people.
Right.
I think a lot of the things that you mentioned, it was the uncertainty whether she thought I was doing the right job or not, or whether I was doing a good job. And I think all the time, like just from little things like trying to, you know, pick out outfits for my daughter to wear that I think that she might have liked, or just doing things with her, that, like letting her paint my nails and stuff she would do with her mom.
Right.
And all those things you do, you think, is that enough, and then enough? And so when you say that she thinks that I've done more than enough, that means a lot. So I appreciate that.
I'm so glad. Absolutely.
You know, having experienced so much tragedies back to back and not really, you know, talking to the people that passed away right before, knowing that they were gonna pass and everything was so abrupt, you know, to hear so many clear messages that Tyler had from those people, and thinking that I was doing a great job as a dad, and that my daughter was gonna do well. And I feel like I'm a true believer of his gift. You know, it's a special gift.
All right. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks a lot. You too.
Bye.